guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how to draft a pattern block for very close fitting jeans or trousers. So all the measurements that you're going to need for this will be linked below. To get started, you're going to draw a straight line across your page and then down the centre of your page so that it looks like a big T. At that line intersection then you're going to mark the point 0. Okay, so now from 0 we're going to measure down that centre line, the body rise measurement, minus 4 centimetres, and then mark this point as 1. Then using a ruler you're going to draw a straight line out both sides of 1. So from 0 we're going to measure down the line again, but this time we're going to do the waist to hip measurement, minus 4 centimetres, and then go ahead and mark this point as 2. Then again you're going to draw a straight line out both sides of 2. So back at 0 we're going to measure down the waist to floor measurement and then mark this point as 3. Then again, like the two before, you're going to draw a straight line out both sides of 3. Okay, so now we're going to measure down halfway between 1 and 3, minus 5 centimetres, and then mark this point as 4. And then again, draw a straight line out both sides of 4. So back at 1, we're going to measure out 1/12 of the hip measurement and mark this point as 5. So at 5 you're going to draw a straight line up the sheet and mark these points as 6 on the line intersection from 2 and then mark in 7 on the line intersection at 0. So going to 6 now, you're going to measure in 1/4 of the hip measurement minus 1.5 centimetres and mark this point as 8. So back at 5 you're going to measure out 1/16 of the hip measurement minus 1 centimetre and mark this point as 9. So at 7 go ahead and measure inwards by 2 centimetres and mark this point as 10. So at 5 you're going to measure out at an angle 3.25 centimetres for sizes 6 to 14 or 3.5 centimetres for sizes 16 to 24, and then just mark this point with a little dot. So now using a curved ruler you're going to join points 10 to 6 and then 6 to 9, making sure that you hit that dot that you've marked out from 5, and this is going to create your front crotch seam. So back at 10 you're going to measure in 1/4 of the waist measurement plus 1.5 centimetres and mark this point as 11. So going down to 3 you're going to measure out half of the jeans bottom measurement minus 1 centimetre and mark this point as 12. So at 4 you're going to measure out the same distance as 3 to 12 but add 2 centimetres and mark this point as 13. So using a ruler then you're going to join points 11, 8, 13 and 12. And then go back in with your curved ruler and you're going to curve out the line 11 to 8 by 0.25 centimetres, making sure that you continue that curved line down to 13. So at 3 you're going to measure out the same distance from 3 to 12 and mark this point as 14. So at 4 you're going to measure out the same distance from 3 to 14 and then add 2 centimetres. So now with your ruler you're going to join points 9, 14 and 15. And then you're going to go back in with your curved ruler and you're going to curve in the line from 9 to 15 by 0.75 centimetres. And that is the front leg complete. So now we can move on and start the back leg, which is going to be continued over the front leg pattern. So at 5 you're going to measure in 1/4 of the way to 1 and mark this point as 16. So using a ruler you're going to draw a straight line up from 16 and you're going to mark in 17 on the hip line, which is drawn out from 2. And then you're going to mark 18 on the waistline, which is drawn out from 0. So back to 16 you're going to measure halfway back up the line plus 1 centimetre and mark this point as 19. So at 18 you're going to measure in 2 centimetres and mark this point as 20. And then at 20, you're going to measure up 2 centimeters and mark this point as 21. So at 21, you're going to measure down 1/4 of the waist measurement plus 4 centimeters. And then on that line that's drawn out from 0, you're going to mark this in as 22. So then go ahead and join these points 21 and 22 together with a straight line. So going to 9, you're going to measure out the same distance from 5 to 9, but minus 0.5 centimeters and mark this point as 23. So at 23, you're going to measure down by 0.5 centimeters and mark this point as 24. So at 16, you're going to measure out at an angle by 4.5 centimeters for sizes 6 to 14, or 4.75 centimeters for sizes 16 to 24, and then just mark this with a dot. So now go ahead and join points 21 and 19, and then 19 and 24, making sure that you're touching that dot that you've drawn out from 16, and this is going to create the back crotch seam. So now going to 17, you're going to measure in 1/4 of the hip measurement plus 1.5 centimeters and mark this point as 25. So at 12, you're going to measure out 2 centimeters and mark this point as 26. So then up at 13, you're going to measure out again by 2 centimeters and mark this point as 27. So using a ruler, you're going to draw in the side seams by joining 22, 25, 27 and 26. And then you're going to go back in with your curved ruler and you're going to curve out the line 22 to 25 by 0.5 centimeters, and then just make sure to continue that curve to 27. So at 14, you're going to measure out 2 centimeters and mark this point as 28. Then up at 15, you're going to measure out by 2 centimeters and mark this point as 29. So using a ruler, you're going to draw the inside leg by joining points 24, 29 and 28. And then you're going to go back in again with your curved ruler and you're going to curve out the line 24 to 29 by 1 centimeter. So lastly, now you're going to go back up to 21 and you're going to measure in halfway to 22 and mark this point as 30. So at 30, you're going to square down with your ruler and then we're going to start making a dart. So the dart is going to be 1.25 centimeters wide. So you're going to mark a point at 0.6 centimeters each side of 30, and then you're going to measure down the line at 30 by 8 centimeters and mark this with a point. So now go in with your ruler and join all these points together to create your dart. And that is the pattern finished. So from here you can add in all your information and then you can copy this pattern to a hard block, or you can just continue to work on this pattern. So if you'd like to learn how to turn this pattern into a pattern suitable for jeans, that will be in my next tutorial. So keep this pattern safe because you will be working from this pattern in the next video. So I really hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button as it really helps support my channel. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload new videos. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys.